There's something about these Dark Knights and these old games, especially these Halloween kind of based things, which well, appeal to me anyway. So I don't know about anyone else. So this is Cauldron II. I'll give it a go and see what happens. I remember playing this quite a long time ago when I was about 9 years old, and I didn't really do much apart from bounce around. I didn't really have a clue what I was doing either. I didn't really have a clue, full stop, what I was doing. So anyway, unlimited lives. No. Right. Okay. So yeah, I've just been reading a little bit about it, trying to find, some inkling of a clue of what to do. I couldn't really find much. I even looked at Wikipedia and didn't find much on there. So we'll see what happens. Okay. Here we go then. Yeah. It's clever how they've done this with the bouncing. I'm trying to build. That was stupid. I'm trying to build up some momentum, I seem to remember you could build up some momentum, but so far, not so good. Wow. Okay. Might have to have a warm up here. Wow. Yeah. I love that laughing thing. That's really funny. I like it. So yeah, I was reading on Wikipedia and they said they tried to keep some of the theme from the first one, whilst creating something new rather than just copying the first, which a lot of games do. Let's face it. So what does fire do? I think so if you press fire, wow, love it. So if you press fire remove, you actually do jump higher and you get some momentum going. That's quite clever. Oh, so don't jump over here. Can you pick that up? No. So that's right. Do you know what? That is actually really clever. I like that. That's pretty impressive. When you consider the programming that must have gone into this, that is pretty impressive. So I remember from the first one, this was to renew your magic a bit. That sparkly thing there. Oh my gosh, I can shoot now. My goodness. So yeah, you have to kind of keep your finger on the fire button while shooting because you need the momentum to get up the steps. It's flipping impressive, That is impressive. Yeah, it had quite a good reception apparently. See, I don't seem to have a good memory of this game, but I had it on the ZX Spectrum, which I'm going to play next. So I'll see how that comes across, how that's kind of translated through time, because this is actually quite impressive, I think. That doesn't mean I'm any good, but nevertheless. I would have thought I have to go this way now, because I swear that seems to be where it's at, rather than going all the way back that way. Let's see what happens if I start bouncing in a different place. That spider's a bit lethal, isn't it? Here we go. Oh. Thou hast amassed a meager score, why not press fire and try once more? Oh, that's clever. Dare to face the witch again and try to end her evil reign. Oh, put some thought into that, didn't they? I like it. Let's have another go. It's quite an, let's have another go type of game. So, damn. We'll try and go this way this time. Without going into the... Ooh, okay. These candles are a problem, Let's try and bounce over here. Okay, we're down here now. I don't think I'm going to get that way, am I? Yeah, I think you would have to play this for a while, wouldn't you, to really... Yeah, I want to try and go a different way this time. Because, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, isn't it? So let's try and do something different. Okay, I think I'm going to get up there. I've got to say, really, I am impressed. I am, with this version, anyway. Small bounces for the, you know, the more tight squeezes. The momentum and the bouncing is unbelievable. It's really clever for the time. I don't know why I have such a bad recollection of this. Well, probably because it was on the Specky. I'll have to wait and see what that's like. I did try to fire this up on the Amstrad emulator. I wasn't having much luck for some reason, but I will try again, obviously. I can see me just going. If you smash into that at a certain angle, I think you do actually. You do what do you put it? You do kill it or blow it up without blowing yourself up. But everything has to be positioned just right. And obviously the angles are a bit tricky sometimes. Oh, look at that. Wow, look at that. Oh, fell off again. Okay, let's try and do some. Yeah, not from that angle. So, okay, let's try over here then. Oh, those goblin, what do you call them? Them statues. I'm just gonna have to jump off and see it. Whoa! Look at that! We're back in the first game. I was actually genuinely quite shocked then. Oh, that bit reminded me of Dizzy. You know that Dizzy game? We have to land on the shark. Gargoyle. That's it. That's the statue thing. Gargoyle. Okay, I'm going to leave that version now, and I'm going to fire up the Spectrum version and see what happens there, and see what floods back. No doubt I will get some memories. So I have played that when I was a lot younger. So I'll see you in just a second. Hi there. Right, here we are at the ZX Spectrum version. Let's see what happens here then. Same principle, obviously. Just yeah, that's yeah. Definitely looking like the ZX Spectrum, isn't it? And unmistakable in its appearance. And I know they all have their individual look, but the Spectrum was so just unique, wasn't it? See what happens. Noticing a slight difference in the layout already. Obviously there's a difference in the way the pumpkin responds and behaves. A lot of momentum, a lot more momentum. Seems to be bouncing in a kind of a more random way. But all in all, very similar. See if I can bounce over here. I mean, yeah, I remember this, and I think what possibly would have annoyed me about this when I was younger is it's very hard to control the pumpkin. That's the impression I'm getting, especially when you're holding down fire, which you do need to do, but maybe I need to press it more sparingly, as opposed to just keeping my finger on it like you can do with the Commodore version. I haven't noticed the witches laughing on this one yet. I might have missed that. more control on the, pardon my chair there, a lot more control on the Commodore. I've definitely picked that up. Tends to go the opposite direction. Yeah, it's going in the opposite direction. That's quite strange. Much more random. Not sure about this, you know. I'm not sure at all. Unless it's just, I suppose it's the controls. Am I doing something wrong with the controls? Put Kempston on there. Kempston. It should be as it's supposed to be. I will have to get my actual ZX Spectrum out one day and fire this up and see if this is accurate. This seems to be very glitchy. The appearance of it's great, you know. I love the appearance. It's just a bit hard to control. Yeah, I don't know. It's strange. These types of games, this time of year, they just seem to really appeal to me. They seem to have much more of an atmosphere, which I think is half to do with time of year and just the fact that in Britain, England, Wales, and Scotland, and Ireland, obviously, you've got the northern hemisphere. It's quite dark, and around this time the clocks have just gone back, and we're starting to lose vitamin D, I think, from our, from not having the sun, not going out in the sun as much, and wearing coats all the time, not getting any vitamin D, and I think we're just a bit depressed. And I think I'm not saying I'm playing this because I'm depressed, because I'm not at all, but they seem to appeal this time of year. I would imagine that it's this time of year where a lot of the old folklores and that were thought of, because it's just something about the English dark nights, especially if you live near countryside and small towns. Yeah, it's quite atmospheric, quite beautiful in a way, but also quite hard. It's hard going. I'm sure anyone who lives there would agree with me. So yeah, I like this version, but I can't really control it. Unfortunately, control it the way I would want to. If I was to choose a version, it would definitely be the Commodore version, because it's going the opposite way to what I'm trying to make it go. So, not too sure. So yeah, I'll just bounce around a bit longer and see what happens, I suppose. Yeah, I was trying to fire the Amstrad version up, and it was having a problem loading. Probably something I'm doing with the emulator, but I shall give that a bash. In fact, I think I'll give it a bash now, because I'm getting a bit fed up with this one, to be honest. But I still like it in a strange, glitchy kind of way. So anyway, I will see you in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. I'm going over to the Amstrad version now. Good day, how you doing? Welcome back. I'm here now on the Amstrad version, and I'm going to give it a go. I can see myself running into problems. If I do, then I will have to admit defeat, as it were. But I'll give it a quick bash. Yes, I've not long got an Amstrad, and I've not long actually been getting into the Amstrad, and I must admit I'm rather fond of it. I'm not sure why. It's cosmetically, nostalgically, the appearance of it. I think when it, in the 80s, it would have been, in the kind of 1984 type time. I would have been going into computer shops when I was about, 8 years old, something like that. And I just remember seeing it, and I just remember thinking, what a thing of beauty. You know, I'm never going to have one, but what a thing of beauty. So that's why we tend to, well, that's why I tend to collect these things, I think. It's because, you know, nobody bloody bought me one when I was a kid, so make it up for lost time, something like that. I'm not sure. Who knows? Okay, so that's a bit glitchy. Let's reset it. Right, let's try it again. Let's just try all of them, see what happens. Yeah, you would have thought it'd be the first one, wouldn't you? You would have thought so, but it does that for some reason. I'm not sure why. Yeah. So let's try. That again. As you can see, I'm trying everything. I'm not all that experienced with Amstrad emulators or the real thing, to be honest. So I'm learning as I'm going along. It's nice that I've left it this long to actually get one. It's nice that I've, you know, I've not had it all this time, because now I've got something fresh to get my hands on, you know. Because obviously I've had a C64, I've had a Spectrum, I've had an Amiga, and that is about it really. Obviously I've had the PlayStation and stuff like that, but everything else apart from that I haven't had. So I haven't yet had a BBC or an Electron, or there's plenty of these things that I've never had, which I intend to get my hands on, because I just find them so intriguing. I just have an appreciation for them. So there you had a bit of a screen, but nothing's happening. Quite bizarre. So I may have to admit defeat on this occasion. But I do like to load the 3 8-bits up. I just think it's really interesting just to see what each one has to offer, plus their quirks as well. Let's not forget their quirks. They all have their quirks, don't they? No. Okay, see what happens here. Well, that's something. May have some luck yet, you never know. So, on that note, I am going to skip it, and I'm going to see you on the next game, which won't be very long. So, from England on this very dreary autumn evening where the clocks have just gone back, so it's even more dreary, I bid thee a good night and ta-ta a bit.